Hello YouTube, this is Kanbei, and in this video I'm going to cover my retrospective slash basically what happened series of Sengoku Basara.
梵字の空に刻まれしこの記憶手放しはしねえ
Sengoku Basara was an interesting take on the Sengoku era of samurai heroes. Many of the heroes portrayed in the series are that of Nobunaga Oda, Masamune Date, Yukimura Sanada, and plenty of others. Upon hearing what I just said, you're probably saying, wait a minute, Sengoku Basara is Capcom? Didn't Koei own it? An easy mistake. Koei actually owns Sengoku Musu, which is actually the Japanese name for Samurai Warriors. However, both games were made a year apart. Samurai Warriors was made first before Sengoku Basara. The only difference is Sengoku Basara has a more fleshed out and character developed stories, while Samurai Warriors does as well, but mostly focuses on historical and battles. When I first even knew about Sengoku Basara, it was when I used to play this game with a friend called Sengoku Basara Cross. Believe it or not, it was a fighting game collab between Capcom and Arc System Works. Yes, you heard me, Arc System and Capcom, two of the Goliath fighting game companies, collabed together to make this title. I was reading about the series on a few insider articles as well as old archive sites, and believe it or not, it had a hard time getting its footing in the United States, as well as foreign countries. While we mostly know it today as Sengoku Basara, it actually was called Devil Kings 1 and Devil Kings 2 on the PS2. Why this change, I have no clue. Not to mention there was a lot of edits done, such as difficulty changes and moveset changes, as well as abilities. You can actually see the differences in Starcross Zoid's video. Link in the description down below. He does a pretty decent overview of the changes done in the Japanese version and the United States version. Check it out, it's worth a watch. I recommend it. Now with all the game facts out of the way, my true stance on the series. I still enjoy it. I recently went back to play Sengoku Basara 3 and it's still good. Still disappointed by the roster choices they made in there. It got fixed in Utah, which sadly didn't come out here in the United States. It stayed in Japan. Hey Japan. That aside, the game's still fresh, it's easy to pick up. When you actually play hard mode, it actually feels difficult versus Samurai Warriors. Now, what do you think about the series in the future as a whole? Well, the recent release it had was a terrible mobile game, which I can see why people hated it. It looks exactly like an everyday gacha you see nowadays on your mobile device. Not to mention its graphics look pretty terrible. I would want them to make either a reboot or a brand new game. I mean, the game's IP has almost been 10 years dormant of nothing new. I mean, the only recent appearance we got of anything Sengoku Basara was that game Teppen on the phones, which, I'm not gonna lie, has some pretty nice illustrated pieces, especially of these two of Masamune and Kajiro. But I would really want a new game, more than anything. I mean, who knows? One day they may announce a new Basara game out of the blue. I mean, this is Capcom after all. Look at Ghosts and Goblins. We thought it was dead. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, got a remake. But with that, that is my short retrospective and what happened to the series. My closing information about it is, from what I read, is that the series as a whole has sold 4 million, which is actually pretty low for a series like this. And many of the creators that were at Capcom at the time have still stated that they would still love to bring the series back in some form, even to the West. So many of the developers still are on board of making a new game. When the opportunity will arrive itself, who knows? Anyways guys, thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe, and feel free to leave any comments about the series and how you reminisce about it, and well, get your guns on!